Stream Elements says, Dicebaggery is now live streaming art, draw and chat Pokemon inspired TTRPG. Solo the Nerd says, YouTube is up. Let the fun begin and give the cat a mouse. Cat with a mouse says, the psychic is out of the bag. Time to party.
Hello everybody, how's it going? I see we got Solo and or Cat here in the chat already. And speak of the devil, look what we're starting out with here. We had some kitties to draw, or color rather, it's already drawn. Yes, we are getting our fill of Psychic this time. And Teleper. How's it going, everybody?
Cat with a mouse says, You can call me either. Whichever you prefer.
I'll just call you whichever one is being used at the moment. But yeah, I'm continuing to fill out the some of the missing creatures that I haven't done any illustrations for, as there's quite a few of them. We've also got things like Therapedal over here, which I have claimed line art for now, and some gum pillars and gum pods. Another one that Patron has lined for me that we can get around to at some point. Maybe not this time, but eventually. I might do another sketch after I finish this one up. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, that's the goal. So let's get up our references here. Let's see. Sidekit, where are you at? Right over here. And then Telepurr. I literally haven't drawn Telepurr any other time besides the reference art. Well, that's one of the reasons I went and sketched out this one, this next image that we're working on, so I can have some actual illustrations to show off when I want to do, like, say, a video on these creatures. That's the one thing that stops me from doing more videos, is because I don't have any kind of visuals to put out in the video. We can get some of them done real
Cat
quick.
with the mouse says,
though.
I love the sibling energy in the picture.
Come here, you stinky little kid, he says. You need groomed. Poor Psychic can't take care of his own hygiene. Doesn't even know how to lick himself. I decided I'm gonna be taking off next weekend off of work, so I actually have some time to do some stuff, and I decided that'd be a great time to actually hunker down and do that sing-along stream for the Wow Wow Wibble Woggle Wazoo Woodle Woo. So I'm planning that for next Friday. I can finally get that out of the way, get that off the bucket list. Let's see. We got any gaps here? Oh, of course, over here in the corners. Okay. Let's see. We gotta get his pink ears in. I got so many creatures that need illustrations like this, by the way. I need to get some more artists on board.
Cat with a mouse
and
says,
just commission some of them.
Can't wait to watch the VOD and hear Dale or Evergrade sing.
They're not gonna be singing. This is gonna be a solo stream. Besides, they don't know the Wow Wow Wibble Woggle Wazoo Woodle Woo. This would be the first for them. They don't know anything about it. That's why I have to introduce it to everyone. Okay, what is this? This must be the same color as his eyes, but it's hard to figure out when I've got the glow effect on there. Let's see. I really put too much like patterns on this guy. The frosted tips are a bit much, honestly. We might stylize that a little bit more. Now that I'm drawing him again for the first time ever. Let's see. Right over here, and some there. Let's see. Nose. Got the nose color. That. And let's see. The white of the eyes, which is not white at all. There we go. Oh yeah, last night I just finished up a new lore video too. We're gonna be putting that out next week, and this is like all the major points of the setting information. How everything works. How creatures work. How society is set up, what the world is like. Creatures and sub-creatures, mythic creatures, binding crystals, conjurers and mythic conjurers, all that good stuff. That's something I've been working towards recently with the most recent artwork I've been doing, was to kind of fill out that whole void of artwork that I needed for that video. So now that that's done, I can actually make the video. Which took a lot longer than it should have, because I had to re-record the script, the narration, like 3 times before it sounded okay. That was obnoxious.
Cat with a mouse says, I feel this picture represents you and me, in a way. A master being friendly to his helpless fanboy.
Well, I guess it's appropriate that I am just the middle evolution. I definitely need to get more outreach going, I think. That's one of the reasons why I've been working on the lore video, is so that it's something to kind of show off and introduce people that I can throw together in like an ad or something, and send that out and get people a good idea of what they're looking at. I'm also working on a little walkthrough for character creation too. And that's something else we can use to drive interest. One of the things advertisers will tell you is that if you want to build an email list, you have to like entice people with a freebie before they'll really take the bait. Even if they might be interested, the freebie is what makes them actually get on it. And apparently it doesn't have to be a whole lot, so that's why we're doing like a little character creation walkthrough with the interactive character sheet that I've already put in the Discord. Which is another thing I need to work on, getting more people in the Discord. I keep forgetting about it. Ugh. There's so many things I need to do. This is why people have freaking employees. You just have Patreon. If only I had the money to hire people to do my social media management. Actually, I probably have more money than I like to pretend to. I'm just frugal. Really need to look into finding other people to help out with this, but I don't know, there's something about it, like gotta be very picky about it, about who you get. This guy's got a colorless tongue still. There we go. You know what? Let's just tweet something out real quick. We're just gonna put some feelers out here. Compose tweet. I need a social media manager. Frowny face. Let's see if that gets any bot responses. Hopefully it gets responses from people who have actual advice or experience. More than likely it won't get anything. Although those VTuber drawings I worked on were popping off on Twitter this week. Freaking insane. Alright, I need to stop futzing around with the line art and actually do the coloring. Do the shading. Here we go. 25? That's pretty good. Let's see, let's get a nice dark blue. That should work. Yeah. Oh yeah, we need to start putting together a freaking play-by-post campaign that I was thinking about. Another thing that I keep forgetting to do. Because I got too much on my freaking plate! I shouldn't have made an entire game by myself. It's so much work. Whoops, I have totally lost my swatch. Hold up. What color was I using here? There we go. Alright, let's make myself a little swatch so I don't lose that again. Actually, this kind of looks better without the layering effect on it. I think I'll keep it like that. Been messing around with the crafting system a lot recently too. Think I'm gonna overhaul like the entire alchemy profession to make it match the other ones a little more closely. Because right now it's one of the only ones that just goes like item by item for its recipes rather than having like what'd you call that? A modular system in place that lets you like mix and match properties and stuff. I think I worked out a way to get it to a point where we could do that. I'm gonna need to fill that thing out a bit, get some more recipes on that thing. That'll be one of the goals to have in place when we actually get to release. I also just need to do more with finishing up the actual creature codex entries. Because we could do an initial release that is more like just basic rules. Without all the need for random tables and stuff. That could be in like a second batch, like a supplement. But in order to get the first release out of the way either way, I am going to need to have fully fleshed out creature codex entries for everything. I've been working on that a little more. Alright, second layer. Let's get next one in on here and we'll go the deep darks. And I should probably pop into stream room on Discord too, while I'm thinking about it. Could probably turn the darkness up on this one a little bit. Make those deep darks a little deeper and darker.
Pathroot says, "Hey, a nice cat B.
Path routes, how's it going? Long time no see. We are drawing kitty cats today. 2 of them. How's it going with you? You still been making your art streams? I haven't noticed any, but I have a hard time keeping up with other streamers.
Pathroot says, "Hey, B/"
Is Rumble working on a long delay or something?
Pathroot says, "Still making backgrounds for my future stream."
Oh, don't let that hold you back.
Pathroot says, "Haven't been streaming due to laziness. LOL."
You should stream yourself making the backgrounds for your stream. That's how you do it.
Cat with a mouse says, my boy getting the love they deserve tonight.
We do gotta get more kitty cats drawn up. Psykit's had plenty of love. He's into several drawings already, but this guy... he's the middle evolution. And we all know how middle evolutions are. Nobody likes him. But he's still a cat, so he's still cute. So he has that going for him.
Pathroot says, yep, I'ma share the BG art on group chat later, if I'm able to finish some stuff about it. V.
Group chat. You're not in my Discord, are you? I assume you're talking about Dingus's server. I should get you in the Artistic Savant server.
Cat with a mouse says, even if they don't say it, middle stages want love too. And I'll give to them, on their terms of course.
Middle stages might want love, but they're kinda goofy looking most of the time. People don't want to give it to them. They're like the awkward teenagers of the Pokemons. They got acne and whatnot.
Pathroot says, yep. V. Pathroot says, gotcha. V. V.
Let's see. Let's give him some light on his little paws here.
Cat with a mouse says, best middle stage Pokemon Imho, Grogle.
Grovyle? That's not a bad one. It doesn't look too awkward. It's just that the middle stage ones, well, with the youngest forms, they all have a cute appeal, right? And then with the oldest forms, they have the cool appeal. But the middle stages are like halfway in between that. And it's like, wow, you're not as cute as your younger one, and you're not as cool as your older one. So why would anyone draw you? Even Pikachu kind of sucks in that regard. Because he is a middle evolution. And if you compare to him with the rest of his family, he's not as cute as either Pichu or Raichu. Both of them are cuter than Pikachu. In my opinion. AKA in objective fact. Am I right or am I right?
Cat with a mouse says. Alolan Raichu is perfectly friend-shaped. Plus, he can make pancakes whenever you want.
Right? Raichu is so much better than Pikachu. This is why the Pokemon anime sucks. Stupid Pikachu not wanting to evolve into the cuter form. We might need to get, well, let's see what the overlay does. Too much. That might work. Trying to make the highlights stand out without being overpowering. I think we're good in that regard. I also need to put in the little markings on Telepurr here.
Cat with a mouse says. Personally, I think Pikachu wanted to keep his winning personality. When Pokemon evolve, they sometimes go through shifts that are not always for the better.
That's the excuse they made. Is that about it? Let me see. Teleper, what have you got? Teleper honestly looks a lot skinnier in the reference image. I'm not too worried about that. He could probably stand to be more cartoony anyways. There we go. Let's see, I still need to do the softening of the edges for the shadows.
Cat with a mouse
Whoops.
says, as long as you don't go beyond fluffy on the scale of fatness, you're good.
There's something we could do with a creature at some point. Make a mega chonker. I've got like a whole folder of interesting or funny animals that I've saved on my computer for creature
Stream Elements
inspiration.
says, good evening, mortal humans. Make sure you subscribe to Dicebag and say hello.
I'll have to put a mega chonker on there.
Cat with a mouse says, Creatures presents Big Chungus. What an advertisement that would be.
Big Chungus. That's something I didn't need to remember right now. Alrighty. Let's get this right here. Probably want to add another layer on this too. Let's see. We can also put the glow in the eyes. On both of them. There we go. I don't know
Cat
why
with the
this
mouse
guy
says,
doesn't have actual pupils.
If you look real close at Snorlax, you can find Chungus elements.
Do you need to really look close at Snorlax to find Chungus? I feel like everything about Snorlax is pretty Chungusy. He's not a mega chunker, he's a giga chunker.
Cat with a mouse says, I bet you could come up with a chunky boy using the beef mounds as a stepping stone.
You know, that actually is a dilemma. Because sub-creatures are supposed to be like devolved forms of creatures, right? So why then would a sub-creature then become a creature? And what implications does that have? In the design elements and all that. We could just make a cow after all. I'm evolving my art style in real time here. Or adding little details that I usually don't. Mostly because I'm bored, because this hasn't taken as long as it usually does. And adding little furry details increases the cuteness.
Cat with a mouse says, especially the licks.
Alright. Let's throw some color on this thing. On the lines, specifically. Yeah. Let's go a little bit lighter. Alright, I'm gonna pull up. Oh, what is this? I thought I had like an AI generated reference for this one, but apparently I just drew this one up out of my own head. That's okay. We don't need AI references for everything. I am an actual artist, after all. Let's see, we're gonna put in some
Cat with a mouse says.
trees in the background.
This picture was freestyled. Nice.
Yeah, I generated some references for this, for Telepur here, but none of them were particularly interesting. So I guess I just took it into my own hands. Let's make this a big old root here. Up in the foreground, I think I want to have like another one.
Cat with a mouse says. Goes to show you that AI really cannot do it all.
If I spend a bunch of time training my own model, it might be able to do this stuff, but at that point, to do that, I would need to just make the art anyways for it to train off of, so like, why even bother? So this one we probably want to be, the one in the foreground probably should be, let's see, tonal correction. No, not brightness and contrast. Come on, man. Hue, saturation, luminosity. That's what we want. We want to make this a little more on the green side. Things tend to get more blue when they are further in the background. Now I definitely need to put like some more exotic things than just trees in this image. That's one of the things I keep forgetting to do, is to include other sub-creatures than just regular old plants. What should I stick in here?
Cat with a mouse says. Sorry, but it's time to curse the stream. Guesses when Dale and Pony will crash the party.
We could use a little more livelihood. I don't know, I haven't... Those guys have been pretty quiet in my neck of the woods this week. I don't know what's going on with them currently. Guess we'll just wait and see.
Cat with a Mouse says, I feel that they're battling for the title of prime fetishist. Dale would obviously win against the communist.
That's probably true. Dale is definitely the weirder one of the two. In those terms.
Cat with a Mouse says, but he is also the more truthful and fun to be around.
Now, if you want to summon somebody, just talk about how deranged Kohet is. He always walks in when you're slandering him. That is an ironclad rule. Let's see, how do we want to actually do this? With the leaves and whatnot, that's what I'm thinking of.
I try not to slander with ill intention. Only when it's sarcastic and funny.
It's okay, Kohet slander is true. It's also funny. Though admittedly I am trying to tone down some of that aspect in the streams. The whole sex jokes and whatnot can be fun, but they've been getting a bit much. Alright, we're
Cat
gonna
with a mouse
make this
says,
a little more green here.
keeping your area PG-13. Commendable, hopefully it stays this way.
I don't know if it's actually PG-13, but it doesn't need to be adults only, is all I'm saying. Creatures is supposed to be like kid friendly, so it'd be nice if my streams could be more on that side. Alright, let's get the round brush back out. Good old round brush. Just drawing some grass texture by hand here. I'm getting better at doing the suggestion of grass rather than just the full-on trying to draw every single strand and whatnot. I feel like my ability to make backgrounds that aren't just that are more like abstracted or is getting better. Not obsessing over little details and just accepting that it's better for me to work in a more abstract style on these things. Not that I've ever been like super detailed with it, but I've been kind of like doing a half-assed attempt at being detailed. I feel like that's just not doing me a whole lot of favors.
Cat with a mouse says, Dicebaggery is definitely 18 plus in terms of age rating. The Creatures RPG channel has PG-13 vibes.
That's another reason why I made a secondary channel for that. Besides the fact that my algorithm has been screwed up on this channel. Yeah, the Creatures channel was basically just made to be like a brand account more than anything. Sometimes I feel like my backgrounds are better when I like draw out some of the closer up details rather than just painting them all in. I feel like it kind of might match the art style a little better. Maybe I'll try throwing that in this foreground stuff. Let's do it. make some line art on this. Twee. We're gonna have to go to the other layer to draw this one out. Alrighty. I think that looks a little better. Of course, now I'm gonna have to like go in and let the details line up more with the actual lines here. Let's get a little darker with this in some places too. And a little more blue. Whoops. Alright. Whoops. We need to get this filled in a little better. Now we can start painting on this one. I've got a slightly different configuration for my microphone this time, and it's getting in my way in ways that it didn't before. I think it's still an improvement, though. I used to have it on my right-hand side, and it would get in the way of me drawing because I draw right-handed, of course. And now it's coming in from the left. And the left hand I basically only use for, like, keyboard controls. So it hasn't been in the way as much. But it does block my reach to the whole, what do you call this? The swatch? The colors? Actually, I could probably move the color panel. Let's do that. Let's put the color panel up in the right-hand corner. That's a little easier to reach. Alright. Now I'm reaching towards the wrong place. Let's try some of this stuff in the back. We'll go ahead and use like a... Why isn't this... Oh yeah, I got something else selected. That's why it's not working. We'll kinda soften up the edges on the trees in the back here so they look a little more like they're kinda fuzzier. Let's see, we could probably make a make this a moon or a nighttime shot too. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a nice kind of actually, would it? You know what? That's fine. I'm not that worried about realism. We can just make the lighting look nice rather than making it look realistic. Whoops. I'll go in and throw in some craters and stuff. Let's see. Shall we add a glow layer? What if we put the glow layer on top of the other things? That might work. We'll kind of put like a misty glow around here. And we'll remove all this stuff there. Alrighty. I think we just really need some... Well, we could use a little more in the grass over here. Some more stuff going on. Just a bit. And then put some of this on. A little bit of grass in the foreground. Or with the creatures, rather. That looks alright. Alright. Rim lights Alright, let's get in here from this angle. Can't see what's going on. And let's see. Alright, this one. Put a little rim light on the branch or the root here. And we're probably going to need some on this other one too. This one's turning out kind of nice. I feel like the background could use a lot more though, while looking at it. Maybe just like a slight amount of foliage. So it doesn't look as what would you call that? As barren. Oh yeah, that looks a little better. I think this one turned out pretty nice. I think we could probably call it quits right here. At least on this image. It's what, an hour and a half in? Not bad. Let's save this one and then we'll throw it up on the Twitters.
Cat with a mouse says, "Love my cat boys not going for the cringe jokes tonight. Unless provoked."
Cat boys? Oh, I still got the freaking swatch on there. Okay, we got to get rid of that. Hold up. Save that again without it this time. Alright. Now I need to... Actually, I do have another one that I haven't sketched up yet. Let's see. Creature art, illustrations. Alright, let's post that. Post it. Everybody likes kitties. This better do well. Let's see if I downloaded the other one that I was thinking about doing. Alright, this is the next thing. Something of this variety. Except the character I was supposed to have in here is her. And this would be, of course, a Flowsy. Flowsy over here. Rather than whatever we've got this being shown as. So we'll kind of use this as a composition reference. And we'll just sketch something up similar.
Cat with a Mouse says, the AI lady is what I thought of when I created my D&D character's grandmother looked like.
Let's see. Let's get the blacks back with the round brushes. Nice and solid there. Alright. Ready to sketch.
Cat with a Mouse says, her name is Restoria, the goddess of life and rebirth.
I see. Let's see. Is your campaign going well? Alright, that should be a pretty good head shape right there.
Cat with a Mouse says, we still only do one session a month, but it's going very well.
Oh, I see. Need to kind of create a roadmap for myself, because I have all these different things that I want to try and do at the moment, but not sure which one to focus on at any given time. I think I need to work on the whole character creation walkthrough first. The lore video I was working on is one of the things that has been causing some decision paralysis, but
hopefully, we'll get more players at some point and see what new elements can be added to the campaign.
with the whole lore video out of the way, I should be able to focus on some other things. And we gotta get the character creation thing straightened out so I can start gathering emails for the email list. Let's see. I swear pelvises are like the worst part of the human body to draw. After I get all the marketing stuff figured out with the character creation and the email list and whatnot, then I think I can start trying to set up the play-by-post type of campaign thing. Been wanting to do that for a while, but just too busy. Everybody I talk about everybody I hear talk about play-by-post for TTRPGs says it's great. I wanna try it. I wanna try it, man. It's always been a pain to try and get people together consistently. or something like that. So having a way to play that doesn't require everybody to be there at a consistent time all the time every time really seems like the way to go these days. Oof. That arm don't look so good. So the idea here is we're gonna have like Flowsy right here standing up on his hind legs.
Cat with a mouse says,
With his hands
I prefer
in
the
her
human
hands.
interaction. The play-by-post format would really mess me up, and possibly ruin the flow of character dialogue.
I'm not worried about character dialogue so much. It's gonna have this guy looking up more. Let's see. What the hell does Flowsy actually look like? That is the real question.
Cat with a mouse says, trying to make a Snivy clone with your creature?
No. Let's see. Getting the curvature of a tail is always kind of a pain in the ass for me. I'm bad at coives. Alright, we definitely need to make his head bigger. This is a consistent problem I've had with Flowsy.
The tail either looks like an umbrella or a soft pretzel.
Let's squish the head a little bit. I feel like he might be a little small just in general. Not entirely sure how a lizard would stand on somebody with their legs crossed either. But we'll try and make the most of it. Ah. Squeeze me.
Cat with a mouse says, "Bless you."
We can definitely make this whole sketch bigger. Actually, you know what we could do? We could do a little artist trick where we crop out the parts that we're not sure about. And just pretend like that was never part of the picture in the first place. The good old I can't draw hands, let's put them behind the back trick. Probably stand to be a little more top heavy with this guy too. Maybe more so in the back than the front. Alright, now let's start adding details to the girl here. Honestly, I think we could probably shrink her head down just a tad. That's more than a tad. Alright, that's close enough. Let's see. How does this work? She's got like this stuff going on here. And then the buns go in. Hate drawing this crisscross stuff. Thinking it should probably go like this more. And she's got the headband that secures the hairnet thingamajigs. I don't know what you call those. I'm not a scholar on medieval fashion. That is definitely a thing they wore, though. Okay. Close time, I suppose. You know what? This might be easier to draw on a different layer instead of sketching it over top everything else. And shoulder things. Okay, now we're running into the rough parts. Let's see, she does not have sleeves. Well, not from her shirt. She does have these kinds of sleeves, though. The long gloves, rather. Let's see how this looks so far without the stuff underneath it. Okay, that's just too steep there. That should be a little better. Oh no. Having to draw fabric. Correctly, no less. The draping of fabric is one of those holy grails of things that artists don't want to do. Quite challenging. Oh. I don't know if this is gonna look right or not. We're doing poses that I haven't really gotten much experience in. Alright, I need to make a second hand over here. She's been armless for far too long. Alright, there's something ain't right about that one. Here's where the elbow probably should be. So let's connect the dots. Connect the dots, la 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 la, connect the dots, la 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 la. That's looking a little better. Maybe needs a little more width in the hips. There we go. You know what? That seems pretty close to okay. Maybe increase the foreshortening on here a little bit.
Cat with a mouse says, I'm saying it. They gonna smooch when the screen goes black.
Why don't you give your little lizard a kiss? Come on, look at this guy. He deserves it.
Cat with a mouse says. Not if I end up getting that tongue.
Just right on the nose there.
Cat with a mouse says. Maybe a peck on the nose, if he's a good boy.
Yeah. Don't tell me you wouldn't give your cute little pets a smooch on the nose. Her arms are looking kind of thin, though. I think we need to thicken her up a tad.
Cat with a mouse says. Can you use essence to make creatures stronger without having them evolve?
Yes. As it stands, consuming essence is how they gain levels in their classes. That's probably not how it is on the website yet, but that's the rules I've been working with. Alright, FaceTime. She's got just short little eyebrows there. Actually, her whole head feels like it should be scrunched a bit. Like so. Okay, there's still something weird about her jawline. That might work out. Let's see, am I missing any details here? Oh, that's right, she has a freaking cloak. Which would actually help cover up some of the issues I've been having. Okay, wait a second. What's going on here? Okay, I see. I see, I see. Alrighty. Alright. Okay, hold up, hold up. One little detail. Let's thicken the belt up and put a buckle on it. I think that's the last I need. To make a few quick adjustments. Perfectionist work is never done. All right. How's that? I think that works. Not missing any obvious details that I screwed up, am I?
Cat with a mouse says, I think you're go for colors.
Colors? These lines are way too rough for colors. Look at that shit. We're gonna send this thing off to Patron to get clean lines. I just want to make sure he's got a steady flow of things to work on. Okie dokie. Let's see, do we actually have anything going on these other platforms? Looks like it's a pretty slow stream in general. Oh, you know what? One thing I should have. The other twin tails in the back here. There we go. Now I think we're ready. Call it a night. The audience looks pretty thin today. I don't think we're gonna be sending any raids out this time.
Cat with a mouse says, no pony tonight. I think we've witnessed a miracle.
Yeah. It's a little bit lonely this time. Everybody must be busy. Alrighty. Well, let's see. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. We got other stuff going on next time. Coming up in the future. Got my lore video coming out next week. So
Cat with a mouse says, I will always try to be here for you, Dice. See you next time.
Yep. So yeah. We'll call it here. Thanks for hanging out, y'all, and I will see you next time. Bye!